if you want a 30% net income, all right, you need to have a minimum amount of money that you make per transaction. Yes or no? Some of you guys are trying to grow this business to do amazing things, but your commissions or the amount of money that you make per transaction are just too low. You'll never be able to pull it off on a 1 or 2% fee. You just won't be able to do it. I'm just telling you, no one does. Okay. You've got to have infrastructure, payroll, and you need to pump money into this thing to grow it. Yes. All right. Okay. So what does it need to be? You need to set a minimum commission amount and you got to get it. All right. So the question I was framing was this: getting a minimum fee for your business, regardless of what your OSA does. Let me frame it for everybody, because this is how Craig did it. I give you a buyer. You go out on the buyer appointment and you convert the buyer to a signed agreement. They're signing the agreement at a set fee. So let's say in Craig's office, it was 3.5, which it was. So 3.5. Here's what I know. Craig's deal with his agent was, we're going to split the income. You're going to get half. I'm going to get half. Okay. But my half will not be lower than 1.75%. So if you're going to negotiate the fee away, understand you're negotiating your fee. All right. So I was talking to Tim and Carrie Ann earlier about this. And I was like, yeah, could you imagine working for Amazon as a salesperson and negotiating Amazon's money away just because you were the salesperson there? And then report back to Jeff Bezos and say, yeah, I couldn't get the price that we were offering it for, so I sold it for less money. And Amazon and Jeff saying, oh, okay. But how many times do you guys allow this to happen when you begin to try to scale up a super profitable sales team business? And then we look at your P&Ls and it's like, yeah, Todd, I can't make sense of how to get to this number. And I'm like, minimum standards of performance all the way across your business. And it's like, but I don't want my agent to not get the business. And I'm like, then get better at your agents getting the business, number one. And number two, why does the company have to lose money just because the agent is insufficient at setting, negotiating, collecting your optimum fee? I don't understand. Why does the company have to take a hit and lose just because your salespeople are ill-equipped? So on one hand, I look at it, it's like, I get it. The reason your salespeople are ill-equipped is because you ill-equip them. You're the owner, you're responsible for everything. So you team leader, you ill-equip them, number one. And number two, you don't understand the real negative impact it has on your business. Did you make money today? Yes. But did you really make money? Because here's what I know you need: employees, more marketing, targeting your ideal customers. Okay. But we can stop there. You need more people and you need marketing to target your ideal customers. And then, but you allow it to not be a thing because we allow the sales team, our agents, to decide what we make. It's like, so you'll never have those things. More employees and enough money to target your ideal customer, because getting your ideal customer is more expensive than getting the ones that aren't. So how many of you guys do that? Jesse says he has a minimum commission, but how many of you guys have that standard in place for your business that if you get a buyer, for example, we're just using buyer right now, they come back with a buyer agreement, you have a pay plan split, and if they're going to not collect and get the optimum fee, the difference is really coming out of their half. How many of you guys do that?
Hey, Todd, this is Damien. We have a minimum on both buyer and
Damien. And I know there's about 30 or 40 of our members here that do exactly what I'm talking about, right? So tell everybody kind of how it works, if you don't mind.
Well, for us, we charge 7.5 on sellers, but our minimum fee is 6 that we have to keep on our side. And if it's not collected, then we take it from the agent side, the listing agent that went on the appointment. And the same thing with buyers, 4.5 on buyers, $9.97 upfront fee on both. And the same thing, and like we just had a closing 2 weeks ago where the buyer agent forgot to negotiate the home warranty, and that came out of the buyer agent side. It doesn't come out of ours.
Yeah, those kinds of things make perfect sense. They forgot. So right, so you would have a standard in it. So let's say that I'm an agent on your team. I got a buyer, and what's your buyer fee?
4.5.
I would say it's 4.5%. All right. So I'm on a pay plan with you, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. How much of the 4.5% am I getting?
You are getting, let's see, we take 20% off the top and then it
All right.
would,
So let's say it's 40%.
yeah, 40%.
Okay. So I'm going to get 40% of this 4.5% number. Right?
Right.
Okay. All right, cool. So that means that you're getting 60% of 4.5.
Yes.
Okay. So how much is that? What is that? What's 60% of 4.5? 2.5?
2 point, let's see, 60%. Yeah, 2.7.
Okay. It's 2.7%. So in other words, you're going to get 60% of the income, but no less than 2.7%.
Right.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay. So what does that mean for the sales guy? That means that they're going to go out there and they know what their margin is. Company's got to get 2.7 minimum. All right. But whatever the amount is, we're splitting it 50% on anything over that. Right. Everybody understands that, I think, if I'm making sense for it. Excuse me. 60%, 40% is how I'm looking at it. Okay. So we're going to split all the income, 4.5%, 60-40. Yes.
Yep.
Okay. We're going to split 4.5%, 60-40. If I got 5% instead of 4.5, it would still be 60-40, correct?
Yes.
Right. Okay. Somebody gets that. So it's 60-40, but the company's not taking less than 2.7. Now I'm a sales guy. Now I know what I'm working with. Okay. So I'm out there in the real world working with a customer and I can get 4 on this deal, but I can't get 4.5. All right. So if I don't come to Damien and I just do it on my own, I know what I'm doing. I'm giving up a half a point of I'm giving up 60% of a half a point of my money. Okay. Or am I? No, because Damien's still getting 2.7% no matter what. So if I get 4, what's my fee? 2.7 to 4. How much is that? Whatever the amount is. Okay. So it's coming out of my end, out of my money. Now, let's say I go to Damien. Hey, Damien, I got this buyer and we're in this situation. There's multiple offers on it, and the customer's maxed out on their closing cost. And this situation looks like it's going to unfold. That's called an exception.
Yep.
So I come to Damien, the sales manager, and I basically present my exception to him. And Damien may say, well, have you done this or that? And if I'm like, no, and it's like, dude, you got to go do that. That's in the training. And Damien writes that down, insufficiently trained to deal with this situation. He makes a note of it. Okay. But let's say I've said, yep, we've done that. We've done this. We've done that. So we run through the checklist of things that we all know to do. And it's like, yes. So Damien's like, okay, well, we don't want to lose the customer. So we'll make an exception. Right, Damien?
Right. Mm-hmm.
That's how it works, man. That's how it works in every great business outside of real estate. The company has a minimum amount of money it needs to get in order to meet what you're looking at on your screen. Okay. They give the salespeople flexibility, but the company still needs to get its money. The flexibility is coming out of their end. And they give the salespeople a process for exceptions. And if you do not have that built in your business, I want you to understand that's in the team system manual. It's called management by exception. So if you don't have that built into your business, why not?